What's up, guys? We're back with another game of mine. I was able to play on Tuesday again for this week, so it was pretty exciting. Prepared on Monday and was just ready to play early. We were scheduled for Wednesday, but that's like, screw it, let's play Tuesday night. So we both logged on to my tours at around 10, and we got the game done. It's really cool. So first off, looking at my team, I went with a bit of an unconventional approach this time around. So as most of you know, I'm more of a standardized player when in doubt. So therefore, I'll use a lot of sand balance and rain offense, just kind of my normal modes of play, if you will. But this time around, I actually elected to use something a bit different. And Dice is a bit more of a versatile player himself, so therefore he also used something interesting. It was a pretty cool game because of that in some ways, but unfortunately the matchup was strongly in favor of one side, so that kind of dictated how the game flow went, I would say. But with that said, let's get into the team preview, and then we'll get into the battle after that. So looking at the team preview, I have a team like Jirachi. It was a specially defensive variant with Iron Head, Body Slam, U-Turn, and Wish. Wish helps a lot with the longevity of the team, in fact, and U-Turn allows it to not get trapped by things like Magnezone, and Body Slam plus Iron Head. Body Slam provides paralysis, making it a lot less passive, and the combination of moves help use things like Rhea Nicholas, or even Calm Mind, Latios, etc. But more importantly, Wish plus U-Turn helps recover HP in a lot of things, such as Landorus, Rotom, etc. So that's also worth noting. As for the Landorus of my own, it's a Stealth Rock leftover variant. You're seeing a lot of those nowadays. It's a pretty cool set. It's really a nuisance to handle. Unfortunately for me, he has both a Donphan and Milotic that could kind of answer it. But with that said, it's definitely easy to take advantage of both those with things such as Rotom Wash and Bloom, and even Latios of my own. So definitely a game that I can play around. Moving forward from that, I also have a Rotom W, but it's actually a Scarf variant, which is a nice measure against rain teams. It's also able to revenge kill things like Excadrill, Heatran, the rare Gyarados. It's able to check Mamoswine in a pinch, which is nice, as well as non-Mold Breaker Excadrill, which can go a long way. And it also has Trick, which can cripple things such as Chansey, Jirachi, and even Ferrothorn if I'm unable to trap it for whatever reason. Although the next member of the team, Magnus, is specifically there to trap things like Skarmory and the aforementioned Ferrothorn, as well as a potential Excadrill, as you have the Air Balloon plus Magnet Rise duo as a set. It's just a standard set. Finally, I have a Breloom and Latios, two standard Pokemon with one not so standard set, one very standard set. So getting to Latios first, it's just standard Specs variant with Dragon Pulse, Draco, Meteor, Trick, and Surf. Nothing out of the ordinary there. I elected for Dragon Pulse over Recover on this team specifically to have more PP attacking against like the rain with like 3 or 4 protect users that include Breloom, because those are kind of devastating otherwise, and also have a bit more of a spam to moving against Drag Mag, as my main counterplay to Drag Mag involved keeping Landorus healthy and Hidden Power Ice, Scarf, Rotom Wash. So I definitely want to keep that intact because I wasn't able to protect my Jirachi, so I needed to U-turn against Magnezone and other things, so it just kind of left the Jirachi compressed, and I wanted to have that extra coverage against Dragmag to kind of nail through, because Latios plus Magnezone is really devastating for those type of teams in general. Moving forward, the Breloom set is actually a set Dice himself used the week prior, with Substitute, Focus Punch, Seed Bomb, and Protect. It's really cool because when you factor in Protect and Substitute, you're able to get a lot of longevity out of that Breloom slot, and potentially PP Stun moves as well as you recover up pretty quickly. With that said, of course, you also, with Focus Punch, are able to do devastating levels of damage, and it's just a great set, a ton of utility, so that's cool. I'm looking at Dice's team on the other end. That's pretty interesting from Team Preview. He's a Donphan is paired with Magnezone, which is pretty cool. It also provides spin support for Milotic, but ultimately Donphan is not the best Pokemon. It does struggle with some things. It should be able to check my Jirachi and the Magnezone and the Landorus stuff, so it's worth noting. But other things take advantage of it quite a bit. He also has a dual Laticore of Latios and Latias, so it could be like one is a lure, one Calm Mind kind of thing. We'll have to wait and see. And then last but not least, he has Tyranitar, which could be Rocks, could be Scarf, could be Utility. I expect it to have Crunch and Pursuit for sure, but the rest of it says really up in the air. Especially with Magnezone, it doesn't need a fire move. Might not even have a fighting move, although I think it's more likely not to have one for Heatran. just because otherwise Toxic Dragon get annoying. You have to spam refresh with Milotic, and then they could be taken advantage of. So we'll have to wait and see. But right off the bat, I want to lead with my Breloom to get Protect and Toxic Orb up. So no matter what he leads with, I'm content with that. And he is in fact going to lead with Milotic, so that's a good lead for me as well. But I'm going to go for Protect anyway, scouting out an Ice Beam so I don't kill with Seed Bomb or a potential Scald Burn. And he's going to go Latias. I'm going to Protect again. He's going to go Donphan. Now I'm going to sub up because I want to see what he's got going for him. He's going to go for Rock, so I'm going to heal half that up with the sub up. And I'm going to go for Focus Punch, 15 minute switch. Now I'm going to take a Seed Bomb and connect against the Latias. And it looks like it is a Leftovers variant. Yeah, give him that damage. And I'm just going to do that again. Now you'll notice that Focus Punch has much more PP than Roost, so I could come out on top of this match eventually, or if I land a timely crit. But right off the bat, I don't want to risk taking a lot of damage, so I'm going to go to my Jirachi. And I think I'll just fire off a Body Slam knowing that Paralysis could go a long way. He's going to like to go to Donphan, which already set up Rock, so it can't do much more to me. Fortunately, I'm not going to land the Paralysis, but I am going to go for a U-turn here as he doubles to my Milotic, perhaps predicting... Not really sure, maybe the Landorus or Magnus. I really don't know, actually. Anyway, I'm going to go back to Breloom. It looked like he didn't have Ice Beam initially, but also I should live one from full comfortably. I go for a Seed Bomb anyway, knowing I might threaten him out. And I did 25 there. I think he does a fair amount to that Latias. Maybe it's not even max HP. I'm not sure. I am max attack Adamant. Anyway, he goes for the Roost, heal back up. Just another Roost PP wasted. And I go for the Body Slam. And this time around, I do land the full Paralysis, which is great. He's still at 90 health, but I can easily go for the U-turn. And he actually goes to Mag Zone, revealing it's not an Air Balloon variant. So I go to Landorus, now I can just set up Leftovers. There's no way it's Hidden Power Ice. It's definitely going to be a Scarf variant or Specs variant given this. And I outrun Specs. I just go for that safe Stealth Rock. And if he was Specs Flash Cannon for whatever reason and like got a crit and killed, I could just counter trap with my own Mag Zone at least. So it wasn't a bad sequence no matter what. Anyway, I go for that U-turn into the Milotic, and I don't want to risk Scald Ice Beam once more. So therefore I go Rotom, knowing that I don't even mind the burn, so it's not too important. And I try to trick the Latias here, but instead I'm going to catch the Mag Zone and it's going to confirm it is Scarf. Now I'm going to go to my own Magnet Zone here, knowing that A, it's my least useful Pokemon. B, I really don't want to risk getting like looped with Thunderbolts with my Jirachi, because if that takes a full Paralysis, then that could give a huge window for his Lati. So I'd rather kind of throw away the expendable member of my team than compromise the longevity of the most useful member of my team. But on top of all that, also I figure like if he hidden powers, then yeah, he kills me. But then I get free momentum, and this was useless anyway because it really was my secondary Steel type, but my primary Steel type should wall both of his things, and like this doesn't even touch the either Lottie, so yeah, it's not a big deal. It only was good to just like switch into Scald from my Lottie and outrun it like once or twice, depending on Scald brands and how much rock damage to take and whatnot. But he actually does predict me and get hidden power off, and he's gonna crit. But I was trapped the next turn, so the crit didn't matter at all. But if he flash cannon there, then I could have trapped him if he was predicting Landorus. And if he thunderbolted there, I could have trapped him as well. Or if he volt switched, I took some chip and then I just switched on out. But anyway, that gave me momentum to go to Landorus, and I get the Earthquake off. And now I'm going to get a Hidden Power Ice off on this Donphan. I'm kind of curious as to why he maybe let it go here instead of going to Milotic. But anyway, he finally retreats to Milotic, and I get a U-turn off. Maybe he's just scared of taking repeated Earthquakes after he already took a little chip. That could have been fair. Maybe 2 KOs. He had 2 KO chance. He didn't know my spread yet, so he could have an attack investment. But anyway, I'm going to get that Breloom back in. I'm going to go straight for the substitutes. At this point, it's clear he does not have Ice Beam. That's a risk I'm willing to take. And I think I just go for Protect here, just trying to get back up to full. But it might have been a misplay because he went for Calm Mind. But honestly, it didn't really make a difference because my Jirachi is still at full anyway. And now he goes for the Dragon Pulse. I go for that Focus Punch. And that is big. Because now he's going to actually substitute up revealing his last boost. So that's fine, because Iron Hit should always break the substitute, especially given the Focus Punch damage. And that's indeed a good plan. I think here I just... Do I wish up? Yeah, I think here I wish, and then I U-turn out, and I'm going to recover the Stealth Rock plus Scald damage I took on Rotom W. So that plus the threat of Trick is going to go a long way for me. And I think actually do I Trick here? I think I Trick here as he goes Magnezone, predicting that. But after taking the initial Volt and Rock damage, which is part of why I volted, and I didn't like risk run really long, was because this just put it in high pump range for real this time. Like that crit did not matter. It was like 62 or 63 minutes, I think. So, yeah, I was able to do that. And now I fought off Landorus because I know he's not going to be able to spin with this Donphan in all likelihood because it's so low. Worst case scenario, like it hits through a Power Flinch and then it doesn't. But like, okay, no big deal. But also, I didn't want to risk getting this tricked. Once he locks in the Surf, I know I'm safe to go to this. I go for a body slam right off the bat. It's not paralyzed my body, but not a big deal because I could just go Breloom. So I get the U-turn chip, forcing a recover. And now I'm back in, able to force Latias sequences once more. While I am down a Pokemon, I feel like I'm definitely a bit ahead right now because my Jirachi does really great against his entire team. Jirachi plus Breloom in particular. And I go for the substitute once more so I can be free to fire off a Focus Punch. He actually goes for a Calm Mind, interestingly enough, instead of breaking the sub. But again, in the long haul, he's going to need to do that and kind of like waste PP because I have much more Focus Punch PP than he does Roost. But now, curiously, he's going to just break the sub instead of roosting up and let it die. But I mean, again, kind of speeding up the inevitable. I don't really see how he loses this game unless this is like a Dragon Dance Latios. But we're going to see once again, it has Surf. So only doing 20% to this. So it could be Scarf, it could be Carmine. I'm not going to play any games. So I'm just going to go straight up for the Body Slam. And I think this time around, I'm actually not going to prepare it either. But that's fine. So you just do the same thing. You turn out into Bloom. I think if he got Sand Up, he might be able to eventually chip me with Scald. Maybe, but it was still kind of an uphill climb for him. And there's still no Sand Up as we go to turn 38. And I think here I just go for a Seed Bomb. Not wanting to mess around again. I a little backseat paranoid about Ice Beam. I think this time around I go for that Protect, and he goes for Surf again, trying to scout out the Jirachi. Just one thing, he still could be Dragon Gem. I'm not going to risk it. And he goes for a Calm Mind. Yeah, I just really didn't want to risk the Balloon at this point, and I think that was the right play for me. So now I'm just going to go for the Body Slam, hoping to land a Para. Even at +2, he's going to not be able to kill me from this range by critical hits. So as long as I got like 1 in like 3 Paras, there's no way I was going to lose. And even then, I could trick it on with the Rotom later and then potentially salvage the Jirachi. So yeah, that's fine. But anyway, eventually I'm going to just get the first one he'll hit through, but then the next one I'll get the flinch, and then I U-turn out to kill it, and now I've got the Breloom in, and it's pretty much a good game from there because his remaining Pokemon happen to lose to Breloom. I just go for Protect here, once again just scout the offensive move. Just again, I play uber safe at this point, given the position I'm in the matchup I had. And yeah, he's going to reveal himself to be faster, which is unsurprising. So I mean, actually EV to live this Scald behind a substitute in particular. Anyway, I'm up quite slow. I don't really see much of a need to invest in speed on this variant of Balloon, but anyway, he goes for Scalds, doesn't break, and now I just do that much for Seed Bomb. I think I would have just Seed Bombed again. I wouldn't have minded if he broke the sub. But I'm going to actually emerge victorious. He's going to forfeit there. So it'll be a 4-0 victory, a clean win against Dice. Interesting team from him. But yeah, I was able to emerge victorious, thankfully. Move my record up 4-1 and give my team a 1-0 lead for the week. So it was actually the first game of the entire week. So, hey, good game. Well played by me, I think. He just had a rough matchup, so unfortunate for Dice. But he'll have some good games in the future weeks, I'm sure. Finch, peace.